Good morning. My name is Mansi. I'm Assistant Professor of Personality Development with NBGSN College. Today, I will be talking about subject-verb agreement. This is a very important topic in English grammar. So I will explain you the topic first. So subject-verb agreement means the subject and the verb should match and agree with each other. So there are 6 subjects. So I will name them. One is I, you, he, she, it, you, they, and we. Okay, so singular subjects, if we talk about singular is I, you, he, she, and it. So whenever we're using a singular verb, we need to ensure that the verb that we're using, example, let's take play as the verb. So with singular verb, I, you, he, she, and it, with all these things. So with third person singular, which is he, she, and it, we will use play with an S. Only with third person singular we will use plays. Otherwise, with all the other verbs like I, you, they, we will be using the verb play without s, which is the plural verb. Okay. So plural verb takes a plural subject takes a plural verb, and singular subject takes a singular verb. Okay. Now with subject verb agreement, there are 12 rules which we need to remember. Let's talk about the first rule. So here the first rule says when there are 2 more subjects. Example, when there are 2 more person are there in a sentence. Example, let's say Bob and George, they are 2 boys. When we're talking about 2 subjects, we always connect the verb with a plural verb, which is are. One is and another is are. But when we're using 2 person, we will use are. So Bob and George are leaving. So when the 2 subjects are joined, or either to subject or to pronoun. Pronoun is he or she. We will use it with a verb as are. So this is the first rule. Let's move on to the second rule. When 2 or more singular nouns or pronouns are connected by or nor. Or nor, which means that we take a singular verb. Or nor means either of the one. We are using either one person in the sentence. Example, the book or the pen is in the drawer. So we are using either the book or the pen. We're not using both the things. Only one thing is being used, which is a book or a pen. So when we're using or, we will take a singular verb, which is. Okay, that is rule number 2. Moving on to rule number 3. When a compound subject contains both a singular and a plural noun, then we need to ensure whichever subject is closest to the verb. That is how we will choose the verb. Example, neither the chairman nor the directors. Now when we see a subject here, there are 2 subjects, chairman and directors. Director is the subject which is closest to the verb. So here directors is plural, so we will use are. Instead, had it been neither the directors nor the chairman, then we will use is. So we will see here, whichever subject is closest to the verb, we will choose the verb accordingly. Singular or plural. That is rule number 3. Now, moving on to rule number 4, which is collective nouns. Collective noun, when we're talking about collective noun, we always consider collective noun as a singular verb. So we will always use a singular verb, which is was, were. Were is plural, was is singular, is what we will use. Okay, now we'll take examples here. The committee was united in its opinion. So committee is subject here, was is a singular verb. Because committee is singular, so which is a collective noun. But we're using a singular verb, which is was. However, let's take another example, the members of the committee. Now, members of the committee, we're talking about a lot of members, which is more than one, which is the plural subject. So here we will use the verb as were, which is a plural verb. Okay, so we will consider collective noun as a singular verb. However, when we're talking about individual members, which is countable, we will use a plural verb. This is rule number 4. Moving on to rule number 5. Do not get misled by the frame that comes between the subject and the verb. Example, let's take when we're using the conjunction as well as. When we say Mr. Das as well as his friends. So we are taking Mr. Das and his friends as one single identity. We're not we're not considering them as a plural subject. We're taking them as a singular identity. So Mr. Das as well as his friends. So we're counting all of them together, so which is considered as singular. So we will use has here. Similarly, captain with other members of the team. Now we're talking captain and the members as one single entity and together as one subject. So that is why we're using was here, which is a singular subject. Okay, that is rule number 5. Now moving on to rule number 6. There are certain pronouns which we use it as a collective noun. Example, everybody, anybody, anyone, nobody. So here we consider that as a singular identity again. Everyone we consider as a singular identity. Anyone, again we're counting them as a singular identity. So here we will use a singular verb. So everyone in the family has is a singular verb. Neither of the two men. So here we are again considering as one single identity, as one single subject, singular subject. So we will use was here. So all these pronouns like everybody, everyone, nobody, no one, we consider all these pronouns as a singular identity. So we will be using a singular verb here. Moving on to rule number 7. Expressions like with, together with, including, along with, accompanied by, all these are, they change the number and they are considered as depending on the people, we consider that singular or plural. Example, let's say, the students, comma, here students are plural, as well as the teachers. So here, the subject is plural, so we are considering are, which is a plural verb. Similarly, in the second sentence, you see here, the mayor, comma, with his counselor. So mayor and the counselor, both of them are singular. So we will consider that as a singular subject, which is, and we're using a singular verb, which is. Okay, moving on to rule number 8. Some nouns which are plural in a form, but they are singular. They are always considered as singular. Example, the news. However, news is written with an S, but news is always considered as a singular verb. Singular subject we're using news is a singular verb and news is a singular subject. Okay, measles. Measles example again is it comes with an S, but it is a singular subject. So measles is a painful disease. Example, physics, chemistry. All this physics comes with an S. So we also say physics is a difficult subject. We use it with a singular verb again. Okay. Now moving on to rule number 9. When the plural noun is a proper name for some single object or some collective unit, it has to be followed by a singular verb. Example, Arabian Nights. Again, Arabian Nights is a name of a book, which is considered to be singular subject, and we use a singular verb with it, which is. However, it's a proper name. It comes similar, like I said, physics is a name of a subject. It is a proper name. It is written with an S, but we always use a singular verb with it. Physics is a easy subject. Physics is a difficult subject. Okay, moving on to rule number 10. When the plural noun denotes some specific quantity, when talking about specific quantity or the amount, we always write it with an S, but it is considered to be singular. Example, 10 rupees. We write 10 rupees with an S. Rupees is written with an S, but it is considered to be one singular subject. So we always say 10 rupees is a small amount. 10 kilometers. So it is kilometers are written with an S again, but it is considered to be singular subjects. We always say 10 kilometers is a long walk. Okay, now moving on to rule number 9. If the sentence begins with the adverb, which is there, here, which talks about the direction, the true subject follows the verb. Example, when we say there are, we always, there is a pronoun, are is a verb here, 2 boys. So we're talking about 2 boys, which is again a plural verb. So we use there are. Here, depending on the situation we're using, here is the paper. We're talking about a single paper. So it's a singular subject, and here we're using is, which is a singular verb here. So it all depends on the subject, which is placed just after, after the pronoun. Okay, last but not the least, we're talking about rule number 12. There are certain words in English language, certain nouns rather, which is always written as plural. Pair of pants, okay, a pair of scissors. They are always written as plural. Scissors are always written as plural. Pants are always plural. Pair of shoes are always plural. So we always come with an S. here, but we consider that as a singular identity. We do not consider that as a plural identity. So his pants look very bright. Pants are considered one single identity. Okay, and here this pair of scissors is again considered one single identity, which is is. So these are the 12 rules which we need to remember whenever we are making sentences and whenever we are using verb. So we all need to consider subjects here and we need to follow these rules in order to fill in the blank or put in the right verb here. So that completes the subject-verb agreement rules. Now I have listed down few examples for your understanding. So we will go through these exercises, 15 sentences here. I've also given options here, so we will read one by one all these sentences, which will help you, give you proper understanding on subject-verb agreement. Okay, let me read the first sentence. The first one is, each of the girls dash her own dress. Now, each of the girls we're talking about, it will be considered as a singular subject, so we use has. Each of the girls has her own dress. Second, 5 miles. Miles is again subject, which it is a plural. It is written as a plural, but it is considered as a singular identity. So 5 miles is a long distance. Third sentence, many a man dash tried hard to climb the treacherous mountain road. So here will many a man be considered as a singular subject, we will use has. Many a man has tried hard to climb. So the furniture of the house, now again furniture of the house, no doubt furniture it's a lot of furniture in the house. It will come to a mind, it is plural, but it is considered as singular. So furniture of the house is quite impressive. We will use a singular verb here. The few students dash coming to the party. Now few students, we're talking about plural students. So we'll put the verb as plural. Few students are coming to the party. Sixth, Uma, my childhood friend, which is singular person, is leaving for Delhi next month. Seventh, most of the friends dash government employees. So most of the friends is considered as plural, because we're talking about most of the friends, which is a plural identity. Most of the friends are government employees. Okay, we'll talk about the 8th sentence, the level of the pain tolerance. Now again, this is considered as singular, varies from person to person. We use varies here. 9th, either Tina or Rohit. So we consider them as singular identity, we will be considering. So we use a singular word. Either Tina or Rohit is telling lies. Okay. 10th one. Number of people were reported to have fallen sick after drinking the water from the tube well. Okay. Number of people is considered as a plural subject. Okay. Now let's stop here. I've shared 10 examples here. There are a few more, which is for your practice. So that comes to the end of the session today. Thank you all for listening carefully. Thank you.